Hello student, welcome back to the second part of our lesson Addition and Subtraction. In our previous video, we have learned about the addition of large numbers. Now in this session, we are going to learn about the subtraction. So let's see what we are going to see in this video. So in this session, we are going to learn about the subtraction of 7 and 8 digit number, the relation between addition and subtraction, properties of subtraction, word problems related to subtraction, and then it would be followed by the exercises. Subtraction of 7 and 8 digit numbers. So to subtract, or in other way I can say to find the difference between two 7 or 8 digit numbers, we first arrange the given numbers in columns according to the place value of their digits. Then we start subtracting from the rightmost column, and we can borrow from the next column if required. So let's see it with the help of an example. So subtract 4 crore 23 lakh 17,288 from 9 crore 46 lakh 83,578. So here the question is given, subtract this number from this number. That means this number is to be subtracted. So we write this number down, and the second number or the number which is written later is written up. So always keep it in mind. When the question is given in this way, you have to write the second number on top and the first number is written down. So now let's write these numbers in their respective columns. So arranging these numbers, now we will start subtracting from the rightmost column, that is the ones column. So 8 minus 8 gives me 0. Now here 7 and this is 8. So it's not possible to subtract a bigger number from smaller number. That's why I have to take a borrow from the next column. So I take a borrow from 5, which makes it 4, and this 7 becomes 17. Now 17 minus 8 will give me 9. Now 4 minus 2 gives me 2. Now here it's 3 minus 7. Again it's not possible. So I take a borrow from this 8. This makes 3 as 13 and 8 becomes 7. So 13 minus 7 will give me 6. And 7 minus 1 gives me 6. 6 minus 3, 3. 4 minus 2 gives me 2. And 9 minus 4 is equals to 5. So in these columns, I didn't need any borrowing. So finally, the difference is 5 crore 23 lakh 66,290. So in this way, we subtract large numbers. Now let's see the relation between addition and subtraction. So addition and subtraction, they are related to each other. We can check our subtraction by adding the difference, that is the answer of subtraction, and the smaller number. After addition, if the sum is equal to the bigger number, then the subtraction is correct. So let's understand this process with the help of an example. So first, subtract 1,12,605 from 3,40,260 and check your answer. So here we also have to check the answer. So again, just like in the previous example, we will write the second number, that is the number which is written later, on top. So here we write 3,40,260 and the first number is written down. Now I will start subtracting from the rightmost column. So 0 minus 5, it's not possible. So don't get confused. 0 is always smaller than any number. So 0 minus 5 is not possible. That's why we have to take a borrow. So taking a borrow from this 6 makes it 5 and this 0 becomes 10. 10 minus 5 will give me 5. 5 minus 0, again 5. Now 2 minus 6, not possible. So take a borrow. This will make it 12. Here I am taking a borrow from 0. Now since 0 cannot give any borrow, so it has to take a borrow from the next column. So that's why it takes the borrow from 4. So this 4 becomes 3. And 0 becomes 10 and it gives a borrow to the next column. And this will become 9. So whenever there is 0, cancel it, make it 9 and take a borrow from the next column. So now in this way what we will get, 12 minus 6 will give me 6. Now 9 minus 2, 7. 3 minus 1 gives me 2. Again 3 minus 1 gives me 2. So the difference or the answer is 2,27,655. Now to check my answer, what I have to do? I have to add this difference and the smaller number, or I can say the number which I have subtracted. So I write this difference here. Difference is 2,27,655 and add it to the smaller number, that is 1,12,605. Now adding this, 5 plus 5 gives me 10. So write a 0 here. 1 is given as carry. 5 plus 1 gives me 6. 6 plus 6 gives me 12. So 2 is written here. 1 is given as carry. 7 plus 1, 8 plus 2, 10. So again write 0 here. 1 is given as carry. 1 plus 2, 3 plus 1, 4. Here 2 plus 1 gives me 3. Now you can see this sum is equal to the bigger number. So in this way we can check our answer of subtraction. If this sum comes out to be the same number as the bigger number in our subtraction, then we can say the subtraction is correct. Now let's see various properties of subtraction. The first property says if we subtract 0 from any number, the difference is the number itself. So if I subtract 0 from this number, like here in this example, 14,532 minus 0 will give me the same answer or the same number, that is 14,532. So in this way, if we subtract 0 from any number, the answer is going to be the number itself. Now the second property says if we subtract a number from itself, then the difference is 0. So if I subtract a number from itself, then the answer is going to be 0. So let's see here in this example. In this example, 46,500 is subtracted from 46,500. So this will result in 0. So the answer is going to be 0. Now the third property is the one property which says subtracting 1 from any number gives us its predecessor. So if I subtract 1 from any number, I will get its predecessor. So in this example, 25,149 minus 1. So 9 minus 1 will give me 8. So the answer will be 25,148. So this is the predecessor of the given number. Now let's see few word problems based on subtraction of large numbers. So example 1. The total population of a country is 8 crore 32 lakh 48,000. If there are 3 crore 88 lakh 43,175 women, find the number of men in the country. So in this problem, the total population is given and number of women is given. So to find the number of men, we have to subtract the number of women from the total population of country. So now let's see the solution. So total population of the country is 8 crore 32 lakh 48,000. Number of women is 3 crore 88 lakh 43,175. So the number of men will become total population minus number of women. So now let's arrange these numbers in the respective column. So first we will write the total population and then below we will write the number of women. So the answer will be the number of men in the country. So here let's start subtracting from the rightmost column. Here it's 0. So again we cannot subtract from 0. I have to borrow from the next column. This is again 0. So it takes a borrow from the next column to become 10. And then after giving borrow it will be 9. So here we will have 10, 9, 9 and we are taking borrow from this 8. So this 8 becomes 7. Now see the subtraction. 10 minus 5 gives me 5. 9 minus 7 will give me 2. 9 minus 1 gives me 8. 7 minus 3, 4. 4 minus 4 is 0. Again 2 minus 8, which is not possible. So I take a borrow from the next column, make it 12. 12 minus 8 gives me 4. Now since this 3 has given a borrow, it has become 2. But again it's not possible to subtract 8 from 2. So we take a borrow from this column, make this 8, 7 and this 2 becomes 12. 12 minus 8 gives me 4 and 7 minus 3 gives me 4. So this is my final answer. So this gives me the number of men in the country. So my final answer is there are 4 crore 44 lakh 4,825 men in the country. Let's take one more example of word problem. Example 2. The difference of two numbers is 3 crore 40 lakh 33,152. If the larger number is 8 crore 25 lakh 55,095, then find the smaller number. So in this question, the difference is given and the larger number is given. So when larger number and difference is given, to find the smaller number, we have to subtract the difference from the larger number. So here, let's see the solution. The larger number is 8 crore 25,55,095. The difference of two numbers is 3,40,33,152. So the smaller number is equals to larger number minus the difference. So again, write the given number in their respective columns and start subtracting from the rightmost column. So here subtracting, what we will get, 5 minus 2 gives me 3, 9 minus 5 gives me 4, 0 minus 1 not possible, so take a borrow, 10 minus 1 gives me 9. Now since this 5 has given a borrow, it becomes 4. So 4 minus 3 is equals to 1. 5 minus 3 gives me 2. 5 minus 0 gives me 5. Now 2 minus 4 not possible, so take a borrow, make this 12 minus 4 will become 8. Since I have taken a borrow from this 8, it becomes 7. So 7 minus 3 gives me 4. So this is the smaller number. So my final answer is, the smaller number is 4 crore 85 lakh 21,943. So in this way we will get the smaller number. Now remember students, if the question is given in the other way, that means if you have been given the difference of two number and the smaller number, and if you have to find larger number, then in such problems you would add. But if you have to find smaller number, you have to subtract. So in this way you can solve these word problems. I hope now you have understood how to subtract large numbers, and now you would be able to solve the given exercise. So that's all for today's session. Thank you, children.